Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we are back on the dev server having a look at a new ship which is coming in. This is the V-990. It is an East German vessel which is coming to the coastal tree for Germany. It's going to be between the S100 and the VS10 at rank 3. And this one is going to pack a decent punch, which I feel like is going to be quite nice for the 2.7 BR. This vehicle has access to a dual 23mm on the back of it. There's a dual 23 cannons. It only has a 100 round clip, but also at the same time has a crazy good fire rate and also a crazy high velocity. So this will be able to just annihilate other boats without people really realizing what's going on. Even though it has this big like turtle shell on it as well, understand that this can turn all the way to like these areas. So even if you like angle this thing like here, you can shoot targets here, which is going to be super useful. It also has some other features which are pretty fun on it. It has access to 2 ground mines, which are here and also here. You pump them out the back and it kind of places them behind you, which is pretty cool. And then it also has 2 torpedoes, one here and also one here. This thing actually has a lot going for it in terms of offensive capabilities, even though its defensive capabilities are non-existent. It has 4mm of armor. Which means that it won't be stopping anything with no added protection, and also only has 5 crew, so you could sneeze on this and it will die. The actual aggressive capabilities are great though, so if you see the target first, you'll do really well, especially if you're pointed away from it and you can get that 23mm firing. The interesting thing about this, though, is actually the torpedoes. The torpedoes themselves are really good. They are called the 5365s. They have a maximum speed of 126 kilometers an hour, and also they travel 12 kilometers, which is pretty good for a ship this size. Also, you have the bridge and the radio station, obviously all together. All you have to do is shoot this thing in the face probably once, and then it will just die. So the overall thing is also it's pretty quick for a vehicle, so this is going to be a very similar playstyle to probably the 123, which we see from the Soviets. Just fast, get in there, rat-a-tat, and then probably die, or try and escape as quick as you can. When it comes to its actual modifications, there's not a ton going on. You know, you have the different belts for the 23mm if you want. You also have the secondary weapons of the torpedoes, the mines, and also the dual thing. The mines are rank 4, and there is no torpedo mode though, so your torpedoes will be as strong out of the box as they will be. And then also it gets artillery support since it is a boat at 2.7, which is quite nice. So at least there's all that stuff going for it, which is pretty cool. Also has the new voice lines as well, and has an absolutely beautiful color. I really like this blue color it has, and of course the flag as well really sets it apart. So this vehicle for me is one which I feel like is going to kind of get slept on a little bit, just because of the simple fact that it doesn't have a lot of survivability. But when you look at its overall output, in terms of damage, it's just going to be able to annihilate stuff. Like you can see here, if we can get the gun actually shooting where it wants to, that's a clip done and that guy's dead, right? Like he's at 8% crew, and if we aimed a little bit better, he would have just died. You can see when it comes to the speed, it's just super quick. It can move around really quickly, which is nice. I don't think it has like tracking or anything like that, but obviously the 23mm have shown in ground how competent they can be in general. So, you know, those can kind of just annihilate a bunch of different stuff. And then you can really just kind of have at it with a lot of these vehicles and just take them out super quick. There you go, as an example. The mines, as I said, it just tosses them out backwards, so you can get to a cap it, and then turn around, drop those, and then run away. And then with the torpedoes, you can they launch backwards, obviously, because they have to come out of the back. But once they like kind of set themselves and then start rolling, you can see how quick they are. Like they're just bang, they're gone already. So the limited issue with this vehicle is its actual belt on the 23. Like it disappears very quickly and also overheats pretty quickly, but you probably won't overheat in time for it to reload. But look how quick those torpedoes are compared to so many others which are around. We're going at nearly 90 kilometers an hour here, and they're just flying away. And I think torpedoes are an integral part for a machine like this, because you can take on destroyers, you can kind of like single out areas to hit, and with the speed of these things, you can really catch a lot of people off guard, especially if you get close to them. There's not really going to be anything that they're going to be able to do. And they do quite a lot of damage as well, as you can see here, taking out all of the ammo in the back and also all of the engines. So this thing is pretty much just done for, apart from obviously the front. And you can actually blow up the ammo with the 23mm, which is quite nice. Since it's rapid fire, it's a lot of damage in a small area. So like actually targeting specific places like this can actually be really beneficial. As long as you know exactly where the ammo is, you can just make it go pop. So overall, I think this vehicle is going to be super fun. I like the guy in the turtle shell in the back. I think he's super cool. And generally, this is the type of vehicle that I really enjoy when it comes to coastal. This is the one which for me is like the way to go. So I'm gonna enjoy grinding this one out, and I'm probably gonna use it during events, especially if I get bored of my American 3.0 lineup. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd like to thank Forge, Siegebreak, Carrion Crow, Nicholas Richardson, Elove Goat, Pyman, Winter Scientist, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, and also Sem Arslan, Wilkski, Uncle Bean, Derek R., Bareen, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.